Here's a little interesting article from Zero Hedge. Americans aren't paying their credit card debt. What could go wrong? Don't worry about it. Authored by Chloe and Agnes via the American Institute for Economic Research. Student loan debt hidden. Get right. Quick. Sit down. Zen. You're going to be so shocked. Oh, wow, that's hard to believe, Joe. Never heard that before. Student loan debt hidden all-time high. Not student loan debt paid off all-time high of paying off age. No. It's gaining ground. It's getting higher, not being paid off. Student loan debt hit an all-time high of $1.4 trillion in the first quarter of 2019, Experian claims. Considering that this is an increase of 116% in the last decade, it's safe to say that young adults are starting their lives with a crushing debt burden. And then we have, well, the student admissions scandal by those Hollywood elites, and we've got the administration scandal you haven't quite heard about yet that someday will come out, where they just put all these people in high paycheck jobs. I've covered some videos where I showed you this. Here's one college campus, and here's what each individual gets paid: $500,000, $450,000, $420,000, $410,000, $375,000. Administration people. Just like the school system, all this administration and Zone 10 or whatever, vote for me in Zone 11, and I'm school board. Nothing, they offer nothing but more tax dollars coming out of your pocket to pay them. And they're living high on the horse, or as they say, high on the hog. Not you. You're just making ends meet. That's why J Step 4 is here to try to save you. How, Joe? Get into cryptocurrencies. It might be one of the best investments of your life, but I don't give investment advice. No, but I prove that what I just said works. Bought a house, nice down payment, thanks to crypto. Bought a few toys over my time, last couple of years. Sold them, buy them, sell them. And when you sell them for a loss, it doesn't hurt nearly as bad when you realize that was all like profit money. You know what I'm saying? It lessens the pain, such as pain of student loan debt that you may or may not have. But student loans aren't the only reason they are struggling. Auto loans and credit card loans, or credit cards, are also hurting their pocketbook. When compared to other generations, millennials are much less likely to have credit card debt. However, that doesn't mean they're completely immune to it. As a matter of fact, most of the debt millennials between ages of 25 and 34 carry comes from credit card use. According to WalletHub's latest credit card debt study, Americans of all ages repaid $38.2 billion in credit card debt during the first year's quarter, making this the fourth largest quarterly payoff ever. But despite this large sum, WalletHub estimates that consumer credit card debt will increase $70 billion for 2019 alone. Considering that Americans now owe more than $1 trillion on that kind of debt, millennials are in much trouble as their older counterparts. And as experience shows us, it is precisely as we age that we start to rely more on credit cards. Will millennials act differently? To WalletHub CEO, current trends seem to indicate that they won't. When talking about how little of their debt Americans paid in the first quarter of 2019, he said that the fact that Americans are paying back less of what they owe proves that consumers aren't quite as healthy as some other metrics may indicate. With the average household currently owing roughly $8,390, again, this type of debt, he added, and the first quarter pay down being so small, it might not be far-fetched to expect millennials to lose some of their net worth over time thanks to credit card debt. Government and personal responsibility. The fact that the government created the current student loan crisis is a well-established truth at this point. However, what few people talk about is how credit card debt can also be tracked back to government's bad monetary policies. Credit card companies offer cards with high interest rates because consumers who rely on credit cards are more likely to default. In order to make sure they can cover their costs and make some profit, these companies attach high interest rates to their products, even when competing with other companies to appeal to a greater audience. But the fact that so many people rely on credit cards for basic purchases and even to pay bills, says something else about the country's economy. The dollar's purchasing power hasn't kept up with inflation. After the 2007 financial crisis, the Federal Reserve's go-to policy was keeping interest rates low and expand its balance sheet, effectively creating a greater reserve of U.S. currency and putting more paper money into circulation. While those who put their hands on this money first, such as Wall Street junkies, do make a profit, everyone else loses in the long run, as the government's policy of expanding the money supply and artificially inflating the prices of resources as a result devalues the currency. Again, did I mention you should be thinking about getting into cryptos? Bitcoin? No? Litecoin? Theta? Digibyte? Breadcoin even? No? If living life wasn't as expensive as it is now thanks to the country's misguided monetary policies, then perhaps Americans wouldn't rely on credit cards as much. It is true that consumers would also be less likely to rely on credit card to begin with if they understood what it meant to their finances in the long run. Or I don't have a choice. I don't have the money in my bank account and I need to pay for a car repair. Oh, my kid needs braces. Oh, my kid broke their arm. Oh, my such and such. Oh, my pick a freaking thing. You use the credit card. Not so much as, oh, I know this is going to hurt in the future. No. You need it now and I'm going to get it done now, whatever this little thing is, little problem you're having. Unfortunately, they lack basic financial literacy and often see credit cards as a part of life. That's true to an extent, but again, a lot of this is I don't have the money, I'm just going to put it on and pay it off. I can afford $30 a month right now. I'll get this paid off. Unexpected emergency, unexpected car repair, unexpected whatever. In the end, both ignorance regarding their financial decisions and the government's misguided policies are creating a ticking time bomb. That's true. Again, I'm hoping to, I can't even say I'm hoping to. I've already done it. Not have to deal with that. I do not have credit cards. I mean, I have one in my wallet that it's got zero on it. I got out of debt. I saw cryptos in 2017 and I knew I'm putting all the money I was paying on my card to pay it off in a few months fast. Put big payments, $1,000 a month. No. I'm going to make the minimal payment and I'm dumping that into crypto. ICO, that one. Oh, Veritasium, massive profit, thank you. Debt paid off, nice down payment on a house that I thought would be a dream come true at some point later on in my life. Didn't know 2.5 months or 2 months later it was fixed to be a reality because of freaking cryptocurrency doing that for me. Whatever it is, help you get out of debt, use it. The question is, what else is there? What else can return profits like these cryptos? Yeah, they dump hard too, but when they go up, take care.